Welcome and hello. This is a video tutorial on HEC DSSVue, and in this lesson, I'm going to be discussing importing data from USGS. All right, so what I have on the screen here is my HEC DSSVue interface, and we're going to create a DSS file and then add that USGS data directly. We can download data from USGS and then upload it, but I want to show you the actual direct import feature. File, new DSS file. I'm going to call this one Donner.dss, and then I'm going to go up to data entry, import, and then select USGS web. When I do, it gives me this dialog box, and it's asking for USGS station IDs and then some other data, as well as a date range. So before we can fill this out, let's head over to the USGS website to get that station ID and then the data and the date range that just to see what's available. If you want to search for USGS, NWIS, that should be your first hit, the USGS water data for the nation. The actual URL is waterdata.usgs.gov/NWIS. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. But okay, go ahead and when you get there, go ahead and scroll down. I'm going to click surface water. And then on the left, we have a few options: current conditions, historical, daily. I'm going to click historical observations. And this brings us to a search page. And this is sort of a preliminary search page. It's asking us what we want to search by, and then it'll bring up those search fields. So it's kind of a two-part search process. If we happen to know the state or territory or the latitude or longitude, the name, the number, the agency, we can go ahead and check all those boxes. I'm just going to click the site name box. I'm going to check that checkbox and then click submit. All right, so the site name pops up here because that's what I checked in the previous page. I'm going to type in Donner, and then I'm actually going to check this radio button for match any part. If there happens to be hundreds of results, then I may add some more text to this search term, or maybe just click the radio button for match from the start. But I'm going to just go with Donner and match any part right now. Next is the site type, and this is a stream. And then after that, we have the available parameters. We need to specify which parameters at that site we want to have returned. And I want to select the stream flow in CFS. There's a ton of different options here, like reservoir storage in acre feet, stream velocity in feet per second, flow rate in gallons per day, flow rate of a well, flow rate in gallons per minute, as well as meteorological parameters like air temperature, pressure, wind speed, and so on. I'm just going to scroll down so you can get an idea of how many options there are here. You can leave them all blank to select them all as well, but I know that the flow rate is what I'm looking for. Okay, finally, at the bottom is a output format option, and you can go with a map, you can go with a table. I like the list, the third option here. What it's going to do is it's going to find all the Donners and then list them out, and then I can select exactly which one I want. But the map would also work just fine. I like that one as well. Then I'm going to select the previous 7 days. That's the default, or I could specify a date range here. And then there's more output options down here. And just a warning, if these radio button group is actually tied to the same group up here. So if you select something up here and then down here, it's going to move it down here. That's how that works. So let's go ahead and click submit and see what kind of results we get for that Donner stream. All right, so here's our results page right here. There's a list box of different options. Here we have Taylor Creek at Donner Meyer Drive, Bellevue, Kentucky. That's not it. Donner Creek at Donner Lake near Truckee, California. Okay, so this is the hit right here. Here's the ID, 103385000. So that's the one I want to select. And then I'm just going to go ahead and advance to the next page. These are the same output options I had on the previous page. It's a sticky form. And then I'll click submit. All right, so we have our gauge height, it looks like is what it's giving us here. And Yeah, so if I change the date to 30 days, I mean, the gauge height could be related to a flow with a rating curve. And then the past year of data. The point is, I found my location, so I can now use this station ID. This is the USGS station ID that was the whole point of coming to this website for. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. We'll head back over to HEC DSSVue, and we will paste that value in here and click import data. Okay, there's a few more fields I want to fill out here for the file name. There's I'll call this Donner Creek. This is going to say at Donner Lake, or I could say Truckee. And then USGS is fine. That's just identifying the source. And then up at the top here, let's go ahead and specify the date range. So let's go with, yeah, I already had it. I already have this prepared. I want to go with 3 years of data, which is January 2021 through December of 2023. Let's go with December 31st. All right, looks good. That's fine. And then we can import to DSS. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Let it run for a moment. It's an error message, and I got this before, and this is goofy, but the USGS station ID converted to scientific notation, and it just kind of fumbled there. I made the column wider, so that shouldn't happen if I paste. Okay, so let's import to DSS now. All right, looks like it worked. 1 out of 1 retrieved. And then let me close this. And sure enough, here is our data. The data looks like it divided into 3 separate years. There's 2021 stream flow data, 2022, and 2023. So let's take a peek at that data, just the graphical form. And that looks pretty good. Just 12 months of daily flow data. Let's take a look at the numbers here. And yeah, good. We got the flow rate and CFS. That's what I was expecting. And let's take a look at the other couple of years. That's cool. And 2023. Right on. Okay, well, this was a video on how to import data from USGS into your HEC DSS Vue application.